For me, this is one of my favorite offline launches here in UAE. Welcome to Hudayriyat Island, Abu Dhabi. Please follow me.
Love the night around the town, street lights painting kingdoms down, windows fogged by cigarette haze, memories trapped in smoky frames, marble floors and quiet shoes, every hallway hides the news.
So this launch that I'm going to talk about is Hudayriyat Island, and it's developed by Modon. Modon is an Abu Dhabi government developer, and they are it's a very cash-rich developer. They already are handling over $1 trillion worth of sovereign wealth funds, and this gives us as investors confidence in investing in such developers.
I was young when I first learned power, something slowly earned, not through rage or reckless pride, but the storms you keep inside. Men will smile and shake your hand.
Because this is a very unique developer, and there's a reason why they have recorded a much higher sales transaction than Emaar. It's outrageous, and Abu Dhabi is taking over, especially Hudayriyat Island, and this is why the previous launch was completely sold out. And I'm very proud to bring this launch to you, because now I'm going to explain you everything. Firstly, we're going to come from the car from the main city to the Hudayriyat Island, and I'm going to explain you how it looks like from the bridge. That bridge you see is the beautiful view that we can see towards our Nawaif West, which is over there, 45 meters in height. And when we come from the bridge, we can see the construction site. So I'm going to attach the video of me driving from the main city to the Hudayriyat Island. So we are here driving all our way to our Hudayriyat Island. The beauty of this island is that we go straight, literally straight. You just reach the island, and we are very easily accessible towards the main city of Abu Dhabi, you know, where we have the Grand Mosque. We have all of this residential community that's already set up primarily in Abu Dhabi, where I'm in right now. So in the map where we see, this is the map, okay? This is the main city of Abu Dhabi. And if you can see, we're just entering from the main city to your Hudayriyat Island, okay? So this is again Hudayriyat Island. There are a lot of islands right next to you. There's Saadiyat Island, there's Yas Island, there's Reem Island, there's Ramham Island. But Hudayriyat is way alongside all of these islands, and they're building an entire island, of course, as you know, by one developer. And they're taking over the entire island, which has an exclusive bridge connected from the mainland of the main city to the Hudayriyat Island. Okay, so there's going to be more bridges that's going to be connected from the main city to your island, but this is just to show you easy accessibility all the way to the Hudayriyat Island. So have a look at the boat. We are also on the right. You have the corniche that you can touch bases on, because we are going to the canal. If you just go to the right, there's corniche, but we're going to the straight, so you can see the infrastructure that's taking place. Everything is going to be in addition to your experience that's going to be towards the Hudayriyat Island. Now look at the board right over there, Rizwan. Have a look at this. You can see it's called Al Hudayriyat Beach right over there. You go straight and there it is. So the beauty of this Hudayriyat Island is that there are still public facilities that the main city or anywhere in the UAE you can enjoy while coming over here and enjoying the beach facilities, because beach is still open. But again, there's a lot of infrastructure yet to happen, but a part of it is open, where you can enjoy the beach. You can enjoy open, it's for the public. Of course, there has a fees that's to be paid to enjoy the facilities of Hudayriyat Island, because nothing comes at free of cost, especially at the magnitude of infrastructure as such. Please have a focus on the board, Rizwan. This entire island is going to be focused full sports, leisure and activities. That's the beauty, Now you're going to see incredible, beautiful views of Hudayriyat Island from our, point of view. So Rizwan, have a look on the right and left. Have a look on the left. Look at the hills. That is going to be on Nawaif Hills, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see the elevation. You can see when the villas are gonna be built in spirals, higher and higher and higher in rings. You're gonna have much elevated views, and this is it's World Guinness record in terms of the highest elevated hills in the world, man-made hills, and it's something that's going to be built over here, fully focused on sports and activities. Have a look on the right as well. This entire island is Hudayriyat Island. Look at the amount of infrastructure that is yet to happen. So much infrastructure, so much development yet to happen, which is absolutely insane. And that is where we're going to go to the sales center, right over there in front of us. But look on your left. Look at the Nawaf hills, and look at the cranes, look at the construction that's taking place by a developer that is an Abu Dhabi government developer, tier 1 developer that has assets more than $1 trillion in assets in reserve. You will be rest assured that the development will be fulfilled when they are promising in the magnitude of development that's taking place in Hudayriyat Island. Elevated mansions, elevated hilltops, golf course. You're having cycling loops, your existing surf, the longest man-made waves for the surf, Abu Dhabi in the world. It's all in this island, ladies and gentlemen. Hilltop, many communal areas. You have your community centers, malls, retail centers, cycling tracks, jogging tracks. So that was our car drive-through. Now we are here in Hudayriyat Island, and I want to take you to the sales center where we are in right now to show you what project it is that's coming into life, the entire Hudayriyat Island. Now, any client I have, I bring them to the sales center. We go through what opportunities we have, what kind of infrastructure is taking place in this island. But without further ado, let's start with the video. Beautiful, one of my favorite launches here in the UAE. And this, without a doubt, is an incredible launch for its investors. This is your Hudayriyat Island, which will come into life. Now, everything you see is how this entire island will come into life. And it is so, in size, it's 15 million square meters of size. And it's as opposed to your Dubai Hills, which is just 11 of size. So you can already imagine it's around 4x of your Dubai Hills estate. It's the size of Manhattan. Which is only delivering around 30,000 units in the entire island. And the beauty of this island is that it's sports, it's very sports oriented island, and you're just 8 minutes drive to your mainland of Abu Dhabi. Look, this is the bridge where we came in. This is your Nawaf West and your Nawaf East. 45 meters, 55 meters. World's tallest man-made hilltop mansions ever built in the world. Now let me just explain you in perspective what's happening right now, okay? This entire island is very sports focused. And when you're in this island, you don't need to go outside. You're gonna have 5 schools, you're gonna have malls, you're gonna have beaches, you have 16 kilometers of beachfront access, and you have 50 kilometers of coastline. You're gonna have one of the most aesthetically beautiful malls. This is a sports village where you already have an existing, your Surf Abu Dhabi, where it's a man-made surf destination, and it's the world's most longest waves that can be built in this destination. It's functional right now. And then you have your velodrome, you have your sports precinct, your 321 sports, and the amount of sports facilities over here. And again, you have this kind of mountain trail track that is built in an elevated hilltop, which is built for your community. There's a lot of sports facilities that's built across the island, and it's functional. You have your 5-star hotel that's operational right now as you speak. This is your Nawaf village, where you had your G plus around 10 or 12 high-rise building, which is completely sold off. You had your townhouses, and sold out. But between your 2 Nawaf Hills, Nawaf Hills, being a mansion, a tall mansion, hilltop mansions were completely sold off as how it is. But also going over here, which was the last launch of your Hudayriyat Golf Estates, which was a championship golf course, which again you had your townhouses, 3-bedroom townhouse starting from 4 million dirhams, all the way to your mansions, 6-bedroom, going all the way to your 35 million dirhams over the course of your golf facing. And this is like at 2,800 price per square foot range. Your Dubai Hills golf facing, this level of villas and the positioning of it, you'll find 4,000, 5,000 plus price per square foot in your in your existing Dubai Hills estate, in your Jumeirah Golf Estates. And the beauty of this is golf course and an island, beachfront access, sports facilities right behind it. And yeah, I mean, just look at the proximity of your mountain, you know, your trails, and being a the generation is turning itself into much more sports activity alike, and people love the sports facilities around it. It's just an embodiment of how sports living is at its maximum. This is what Hudayriyat Island stands for. It stands for a beach access, golf course, sports filled, and you're having residents as well. So you're having higher end investors or higher end residents living in this community, and you have a low ticket item as your Bashayer Residences. That's all the way from 3 million and going all the way to your 100 million in villas in your Nawaif mansions that is shared amongst one community. Now what's interesting is that your Nawaif West East has been launched and sold out. You had your Golf Estates launched and completely sold out, and this is the next launch. I mean, what we are anticipating right now is again going to be a golf estate right away, as similar to the previous golf estate, and then again your Nawaif mansion alike launch. Again, this is, I believe this is going to be this is probably the most exclusive hilltop mansions, because this is at very important location. You're surrounded with a beach coastline, as if you compare to your west and east, and this is at a much higher level elevation, as we can see, as compared to these both mansions. But again, there's a lot of launches coming up, especially we are expecting a new launch coming up in September. Perhaps we're going to look at Golf Estates coming up right now, but also we are having Bashayer Residences, the apartment launch, which was very much launched recently and completely sold out. These Bashayer 5 and 6, again apartment facing the sea, and you have a chance in overlooking the beautiful mainland of Abu Dhabi, because this entire part where I'm standing is mainland of Abu Dhabi, where the main city is. You have a line of Bashayer villas were also launched, completely sold out. Your Naseem townhouses and again villas completely sold out, and this is your Vadan plots, which is again launched and sold out last year. But this is also going to be very interesting launch, where we're going to be very close to your very artistic mall that's going to be built in Hudayriyat Island. You're having beautiful canal, a lot of bridges coming up over here, resorts, 5-star hotels lining towards it. And what's interesting is that there's so much infrastructure yet to happen. There's nothing that's built, very minimal infrastructure that's built, as opposed to the amount of things that's coming up in Hudayriyat Island, which makes it absolutely stand out. So you're having villas, again, the previous launch starting at 4 million, going all the way to 35 million. Upcoming launch that's coming up like this, again, townhouse and villas, opportunity in your Hudayriyat Island, with beautiful sea on the other side. That's the beauty of it. You're going to have marina residences coming up over here, apartment buildings, resorts, whatnot. It's going to be an exceptional product here in Abu Dhabi. There's already a functional 28 kilometers of cycling track that's already built, and it's functioning. I'll show it to you, the red line. Right over here. This entire track that you see in Hudayriyat Island, the red line, is already functional right now. But just for your context, this is only 28 kilometers, 28. The entire Hudayriyat Island is going to have 220 kilometers of cycling loop. So you already know the scope of sport focused Hudayriyat Island. Now let me just show you the villas and townhouses and what level of mansions this developer is bringing you. Please follow me. This is your Nawaif mansions, again in a hilltop, very exclusive. Again, it's all sold out, but again I want to show you the quality this developer is bringing in terms of higher end living for the residences. Please have a follow through, Rizwan, for us to see the entire scope of this residences, and then follow me over here. Again, another mansion in Nawaif Hills. Again, different style of exteriors and again layout as opposed to the other one. And again, this is again in Nawaif mansions right over here. So keeping it in mind, you're also going to have the most latest launch, which was Golf Estates. This was Golf Estates, again, it was a much more European, it was much more contemporary style built for its residences. Your mansions over here, again, independent mansions. This one as well, your range villa. Standalone mansions, as is, golf focused. And your fairway villa. Direct to your golf views, and it's a modern estate. Have a look around. Please have a turn around, Rizwan, for us to see the estate much more in detail. And now let's follow towards the townhouses. Again, we call it townhome, but it is a townhouse, meaning that your wall is shared amongst the other resident right next to you. So this again is a golf townhome right over here. It's a townhouse, and again another golf home built for the golf estate. So look at the contemporary style. Look at the way the architecture is built. And just for your context, I want you to see the kind of residences it's over there. Now we just saw these are the range villas and the mansions, and these are your townhomes that is built across your school, and of course your community center as well. These residences right over here, which was low-rise water-facing apartment buildings right over here, this strip is what we call Bashayer Residences, which is again very recently launched for apartments, starting with around 3 million dirhams. This is what came into life. It's again low-rise, water-facing. You're gonna have a lot of it's built for those marina promenades, and it's just an exceptional product. Honestly, beautiful residences for water living opportunity here in Modon. Again, all at a payment plan, 40/60, 5% is down payment, and now Adib, the Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, is also giving mortgage options up till 75%, meaning your 60% could also be mortgaged further from your Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, which is incredible. Much more flexibility for your owners, for you. But look at the scope of a stadium being built over here. A lot of infrastructure coming up over here. It's just going to be people are going to be coming over here just for the sake of staycation. Honestly, it's going to be a perfect family-oriented home, beaches around you. This is the interactive map where we can see from my screen to show you, the opportunities we have. So again, this is the latest launch that happened in Hudayriyat Golf Estates. This bridge that we connected from the main city, where we drove all the way to the Hudayriyat Island, Nawaif West, Nawaif East, your Naseem villas right over here, your Bashayer villas across the sea facing, and this is all the sports activities, and which some of it is operational, like Surf Abu Dhabi, 321 Sports, Velodrome Abu Dhabi, which is again constructing right now. But again, the scope of this island, and you have this mountain track, your horse riding equestrian right over here, your plots that were sold as Wadim, your canal, water canal, and again this is a artistic mall that's again going to be built in this this master plan. And now the upcoming launch, which we are expecting, is the Golf Estates. Again, just as how it was previously before, but this again Golf Estate, and then one of the most anticipated hilltop mansions, elevated, which we have a chance in make an investment for. Just 20 minutes from downtown Abu Dhabi and 25 minutes from Zayed International Airport. That's what we are, just minutes away from your Saadiyat Island, Reem Island, Ramham Island. All of these islands, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely phenomenal. Your Saadiyat right over here, Jumeirah, Yas Island. This is just to show you the interactive map of your Modon. Now that was our brief of the Hudayriyat Island. Now let's do a little walking towards the Marsana beach, which is a part of Hudayriyat Island. Again, the beach is open for its public to use, of course, with a fees. But let me just give you a little tour. Again, Hudayriyat Island is huge. It's the size of Manhattan. But I'll just take you a little bit of walk through for you to understand a little bit of this opportunity as it is. Please follow me and let's see what Hudayriyat Island has to offer. Partial amount of infrastructure, not a lot of infrastructure has happened, but at least some part of it. So we have salt, burger joint over here. Again, I'm just showing you very it's very minimal infrastructure in place. There's nothing has been built over here. I mean, very minimal, but I'm just showing you a little bit of, you know, a little bit of infrastructure that's there. Salt burger right over here, fields. So whoever, you know, whoever wants to enjoy the beach, they come from the main city of Abu Dhabi. It's just 8 minutes drive, and yeah, they just come by, they, you know, sit around, they have fun, and then they can even have, you know, enjoy the retail spaces from here. This is our juice bar and kitchen, fields, the playground, skate park, pier. We have these, you know, boats. Look at the tickets. So 50 dirhams is, it's Marsana beach. 50 dirhams you pay from Monday to Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m. Anyone who wants to rent, it's 50 dirhams, and for children it's 25 dirhams to use this facilities where it's volleyball and stuff. But just to show you, Arabica, TA1 coffee shop, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite coffee shop.
Hi bro,
Look at the symbol. Memories are made in flip-flops. This is the map of Marsana. As you can see, you know, this is the Modon Sales Center, the parking lot. We are over here. Splash Park, beach access, volleyball, pier, heritage trail, skate park, marine pier, water sports, only in this area. There's a huge amount of place to go yet. Please follow me. Let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, walking at such heat, it's something, okay? It is just really hot. The time is right now 3:50. It's and our cameraman Rizwan is the hero of everything. Rizwan, how are you feeling, my friend? But again, the small outlets. It's built for tourism, and this is the level of, you know, more and more such beautiful walkways are going to be built across the Hudayriyat Island. So this is everything to explain to you about Hudayriyat Island, Modon. We have explained everything about the island, the upcoming launches, what launches has happened up till now, apartment launches, villa launches, upcoming launches that's taking place. I truly believe this is a generational asset that you can hold and expect a very healthy appreciation. Being said that this is something that has never been delivered before in the UAE, let alone one of the true wonders it will be of UAE. And of course, there's a reason why it's called Beverly Hills of UAE, the Nawaf West, the Nawaf East, and of course, it's a very unique investment choice. I mean, it's like a retirement home and a dream retirement home to live in a community as Hudayriyat Island. So without further ado, this is Jay Bachani. I work in prime real estate. I work in luxury sales. I'm an offline advisor. I'm a palm jewelry specialist. But if you're interested, do contact me, and so we can prepare for the upcoming launch and we can get a priority access in this investment opportunity as is in Hudayriyat Island, Modon.